Hello, guys. A very warm welcome to our another stream. I'm happy to see you once again after a complete week. I welcome to all my viewers. It's been a very long time. Uh, I'm your host. I'm the guy who basically is there for to help you out in every Friday. So my main objective always has been to help you out. So my name is Akash Malhotra, guys, and I'll be your financial analyst for today's webinar. I welcome you all from the financial analysting. I'm very happy. In fact, I'm very excited because it's been 3 weeks, I think. We haven't been in touch with each other. I'm very sorry about that because there were very good moments in the financial market. Trust me, there were a lot of factors which have driven the market amazingly to the greatest extent possible. I would love to have a conversation with you about, but let me know if you are facing any difficulties in anything. Let it be regarding trading. If you have facing any difficulties regarding what sort of oscillators or the indicators to use, I'll be there to assist you guys. So again, I'm very happy to see you, and I missed all your comments specifically for the last 3 weeks. The best part that I enjoy about having the or joining this webinar is to meet you all guys, and this is an exciting way to discuss a lot of factors and at the same time the trading opportunity which we are there for. So my colleagues held last 3 webinars. I hope you enjoyed them as well, and let's begin our conversation. So guys, if you have any question related to trading, please let me know. You have a comment window there. Any question, may it be anything which is bothering your mind, and if you feel like this is not something that you can ask, trust me, no question can be considered as not that important. Every question of yours is important because these questions gives an elevated sense whether we are doing trading in much secure way or what way we are trading in. So there are a lot of things that we can discuss about. Okay, so guys, if you have questions, you know where to type in. You have a comment section, you can type your question in there. I will be reading all your comments. At the same time, I'll be reply to all your concerns. Again, today's webinar would be dedicated into two halves. The first half would be dedicated on having a conversation regarding the market analysis, and the second half will be doing some live trading. Absolutely, as you can see the name of the stream, it is sliding on average. We'll be using sliding on averages. At the same time, we'll try to find out some good trading opportunities in there. So first of all, welcome you all. And guys, it's been 3 weeks, and I wanted to know how's your trading going on so far. Like, how was your non-farm payroll? The most important one, I must say. And we also have Fed interest rate decisions, which I'll be showing you my trade on the Fed interest rate decisions. The non-farm payroll trade I'll also show you. And apart from that, a day before to, I think, the Fed interest rate decision, which was released on the 1st of May, which is the Labor Day, I think on 26 or 25 or 26 maybe there was the BOJ, Bank of Japan interest rate decision. So there are a lot of factors that we'll be talking about. Let's start our conversation. If you have any question, please, the comment section is all your guys. Okay, so Mr. Akshit ji, hi sir, very welcome Akshit ji. Finally, I'm very happy to see you, and you have been very consistent in the webinar. So thank you very much for being regular in this webinar, and I'll make sure that I'll make this webinar will be worth of watching, and I'll make sure that I'll give you some pin moments to make your trades profitable. So yeah. Okay, so we have Akshit ji said holiday per part mein the kya sir? Not really, sir. I was occupied with one of the major works, and I wanted to clear that out, and that is one of the reason I wasn't able to be into the webinar. As much as I love being into the webinar, there were some things which were really important, and I needed my attention on that. So that is there. Mr. Nicholas said, which indicators are the best, sir? You see, any indicator can work in your favor, but remember this: whether the market is been suitable for that specific events that we are going to trade. So take an example. So let's just suppose the market has been following a very strong upward trend, right? Taking a trend against the trend. So there is a proverb into the English which we may say that trend is your friend, is what majority of the people do know in trading. Trend is your friend. That means every trade that you took into the trading has been basically based on the trend. So if you are willing to take a trade with the trend, then in that situation you took the position, you make the money, and you leave the market. That is one way of taking trades, guys. Second one is you have to understand the market circumstances. Suppose in existing situation, if you will see the market will be reaching to a certain level of support and resistance, and that price level, if okay, so let me clarify it in more simpler way. Suppose there are series of consecutive green candles happening, right? So here taking trade along the trend is called a with trend strategy, whereas in certain occasions no market usually follows upward trend, so it usually follows zigzag pattern. That means, you know, going upward direction, then moving down, then upward and down. So here when the trend reverses, the second way of taking the trade, we call it as against the trading, against the trend trading, guys, with the trend and against the trend. So you have to understand in which direction you will be holding a position on, and then if the trade will be profitable on that front, and we'll see whether the market basically behaves in that moment or not. Okay, so let's go to your comments once again. Freedom ji said good evening. Good evening, sir. A very warm welcome to the session. Mr. Mansoori ji said good evening. Good evening, Mansoori ji. Mr. Pankaj ji said मैं आज ही आया हूँ, लॉस तो नहीं होगा sir. Pankaj ji, you see, my objective being into the session is to help you out in recovering your losses. Apart from that, making you understand how the financial market works. Now, if you are willing to copy my trades, right, that is certainly I am not willing to suggest you guys, since this is your first session. So my objective always has been to understand the market first, and then if you want to copy my trades, you know that while streaming, the stream has been delayed by approximately 30 seconds to a minute duration. Now if that happens and if you take the trade or copy my trades, there is a possibility that our trade can go for the toss. So yeah, you have to be careful about that. So try to learn from today's session, and once you learn enough, you try to practice in your own trading account. That won't do no harm to you guys. Mr. Abdul ji said hello, sir. Hello, Abdul ji, how are you doing? Welcome to the session, how to use forex trading. There are a lot of things that we'll be talking about, and partly we will be talking about forex, and I'll be giving you some good insight about the forex trading. Mr. Boni said, I'm beginner, I can't understand, sir. Okay, so if you are beginner, Mr. Raghav, do one thing. First of all, you have to visit one site, which we call it as okay, so you have to go to trading economics first of all, right? Go to trading economics and type their candlestick formation. There is also some tutorials which have been created by our team. So you can go to click on this help section, go to education, and here you search Japanese candlestick. There would be a search window, or you see write down just candlestick formation. Okay, you learn what the Japanese candle are and how to read them. That would be the very first thing that you will do. Second thing, you go to Investopedia, type in their price action. Once you learn about the Japanese candle, you type price action, and then while watching the price action, then you basically try to understand what are the different chart patterns, and then while seeing those patterns, you apply in your demo account or live account, whichever you are comfortable in. Okay, these are the good ways to understand for every beginner I'm talking about, guys. Every beginner first of all should know candlestick formation. That would be an easy way. Okay, so while having the conversation, we did took the trade. I haven't checked my trade here, and yeah, our trade is profitable. Nice. So here we took the trade with the trend. Now why not 1 minute duration? Because in a minute duration candle, you always will see my expiration time. I usually go ahead with 1:2/3 formation. That means if I'm watching the graph for a minute, then my trading time should be double or triple of my existing candle viewing time. That means suppose if I'm watching the graph for a minute duration, my trading time should be 2 to 3 minutes. Now if I switch to 5 minutes duration, my trading time can be anytime between 10 to 15 minutes, but we are not basically sticking to the original rules. We can use any time from 7 to 15 minutes duration. It is absolutely up to us. Also, we have a lot of comments. First of all, thank you very much. I am overwhelmed by your comments. I would love to assist you on different parts, guys. If you have any question, please, I'll be reading your comments. So, I think I hope I understand or reply to your concern, Mr. Raghavji, efficiently. Mr. Andre said, hello, sir. Hello, Mr. Andre. Welcome, sir. मिस्टर भगवान जी सेड सर मैं अर्निंग तो हो रही है पर कैसे अप डाउन लगाए. So you are taking trades and you don't know how to trade. So as I told you, as a beginner, learn the Japanese candlestick first. And today we'll also be practicing some good trading strategy for sure. It would be an easiest one. It doesn't matter which trade, which status do you belong. So majority of the time you probably have seen that expert status client have this strategy option available. Advanced and expert strategies are available. But today's strategy will need no introduction at all. This trading strategy is available to all the traders irrespective of the status that you have. So we'll be taking some live trades on that. Let me read your comment first of all, and then I'll give you some good trading advice for today, which will be preparing yourself for the next week, which I'm very sure that you will be able to make a good amount of profit on. Okay, so Mr. Alkesh ji said, sir, good evening. Good evening, sir. It is my first day in webinar and also new into this field, and I hope to learn more from you and do better in days to come. Thank you. Thank you very much. First of all, joining the webinar. Our objective was making every trader know how trading works. This is one of the reason why I did join Olymp Trade and why I'm conducting this webinar with you guys. My understanding of market might be quite different from yours, but our overall objective is the profitability, right? So I'll try my best to give you good advice. Make sure you keep on learning about the market. I'll make sure that you do into my webinars. Mr. Rahul ji said, sir, my money is deducted from my account and deposit receipt. Okay, let me read. Deposit receipt is not showing and failed. It will be refunded. Don't worry, Mr. Rahul. If you deposit the sum and if it is not been credited, sometimes it happens. Olymp Trade take full responsibility of that, and the amount will be credited into your trading account if the amount has been debited from your bank account while depositing. So there is absolutely nothing to worry about. I would highly recommend you to go to help section and reach out to the support team. They will be able to assist you on that. Yes. अक्षित जी सेट सर फॉरेक्स मार्केट में बेस्ट चार्ट टाइम फ्रेम क्या होना चाहिए. Okay, now if you are taking trades specifically in forex, no, there is an easy way to do it. You start watching the market in forex specifically from 4 hours duration. This is what I usually do, and I do this majorly on the index specifically, and you can use it in FTT or forex mode either. So you start watching the candle for 4 hours duration and then find out the support and resistance point. Just like I'll show you this USD JPY trade. We also have to talk about the market. So let me just quickly wrap up your comments and then I'll show you some good trading advice. So if you look into the USD JPY, watch it for the 4 hours duration, right? What I'll do, I'll just draw a little horizontal line in here just to understand, just to make you understand how support and resistance work and how we will be able to determine the weak points in the market based on these events. So let me just draw around 152. Okay, can you see this? I selected the graph for 4 hours duration. While making an observation, we found out basically, so that if you'll watch it very closely, guys, here 152 level acted as a very good level of resistance back in the time when USD JPY is about to breach this level. Now it broke this level 8 times. On the 8th occasion, it broke this level. Now the same value of resistance acted as a level of support, and that is what I have told my all clients on the last NFP. On the last non-farm payroll, all the data was read, the unemployment rate and the non-farm payroll, which we have predicted the market analysis to be exactly into the same way. So this is what exactly has happened, and the market basically behaved the way that we wanted it to be. I told all my clients that there is an excellent way to buy on this opportunity. So basically you can buy it around 152 level, and then the market started rising. And this is if you want to see my trade on that. So I took a trade on that, and I can show you. Okay, so this is fixed time trade. Okay, let me switch to the forex mode. And here, this is the trade, guys, that we have taken. As soon as, because the USD JPY was supposed to rise, that means JPY should be declining against all the currency. That is one of the reasons why we took the trade in Australian JPY, specifically in upward direction. We make the profit and we close the trade. That is all with there. So yeah, So if you are keen on about understanding about the market in forex, so switch the graph to 4 hours duration and then start analyzing it. Okay, Mr. Kashif ji said hi, Urdu mein bolo. Kashif ji, I would love to speak in Urdu language because I basically loved having conversation in the native language of you guys. But unfortunately, this session would be conducted on the English channel. That's why the majority of the audience that we see on the global channel is the English speaking language. And therefore, the webinar has been conducted into the English language. But if you are specifically looking for the Hindi channel, you can search in YouTube Olymp Trade India, and there will be seeing you the site, the specific site, Olymp Trade India channel. Subscribe it to them, and you will see all my clients or colleagues do take webinars in it, and you can join it there. Mr. Akezai said, I have been trading with the trends, but I ended up losses. What's the solution? It based on the asset that you select. So I basically love taking trades with the trend with specifically index, because index, there is a shortcut to make profit in index. Whenever index follows, it usually follows series of green or red candle. Now, if you see something like this, that means market is highly into the same direction, and therefore using this way, you can take the trade with the trade. If there are series of consequent green candles, you can take the trade with the trend. Make sure there should be no support or resistance lying in between. So see, this is the support level, and while it was decreasing, this was acting as a level of resistance. So from this line, from this region to this region, you could have easily taken a trade into the downward direction. That could have been an effective for you. Okay, let me just read your comments. Thank you very much for all your comments, guys. But we also have to, I also need to make you understand about what will be happening into the next week. So let me read your comments first of all. Thank you very much first of all for your comments, guys. Thank you. Mr. Real Life said, hi sir. Hello sir. Sir, दिन भर में कितने trade लेना है? Sir, you do not need to take a lot of trades. What your objective is, based on the objective, you make the money and you leave the market, because market is usually 24/7 up is there. But you have to understand what sort of profitability you are expecting at that very moment. And once you make that much amount of profit in your trading account, it would be convenient to take a little break and then come back. So it basically varies from client to client. So Vinit ji said, good evening, Vinit ji. Mr. Loki Boy said, I am a beginner, but I had many losses in my first few months, but now I am having profit for some time. How should I increase my profit? Sir, if you are an advanced on expert status client, make sure you join the special webinars and the one-on-one session which have been conducted by the senior most financial analysts. Me and my colleagues are there. This would help you to enrich your knowledge. At the same time, we have a special approach. We call it as loss compensation system, during which you can recover your amount within that specific period. Now, this approach basically varies from one client to another one. So yeah, if you have having advanced or expert status, you click on this help section, go to support, arrange a call back from the financial analyst team, and they will get in touch with you. Kasim ji said, sir, 1,32,000 का loss हो चुका है, recover कैसे करें? Sir, if it is possible, Mr. Karim, I would highly recommend you to join at least one session with the financial analyst, because every approach is a custom approach. So it based on the client to client and the history of the client trades. Mr. Sakil ji said, I am a student, I want to learn about trading, but I don't know how can I trade. Please help me. As I told you, sir, the very first thing that you learn is about candlestick formation, and then you switch to the pattern, candlestick pattern. That would be the first thing that we'll be doing when you are new into trading. Pankaj Singh ji said, sir, daily live aate ho kya? Pankaj ji, I would love to, but because of my work, it's very difficult. Back in the time, I was live within a week for a couple of times, but right now it's been restricted to only one because of the time constraint. So yeah, on every Friday, you can see me exactly around 6:30 to 7:30. Tips for forex trading. Okay, I will try to give it to you. Does the webinar happens every day? Okay, so YouTube webinars are there. There are some colleagues of mine who are on YouTube, on Olymp Trade India and Olymp Trade Global. They do take trades on that, so you can join it. Mr. Bitcoin up trade for next 5 days, Santoshi. That is an excellent question. Okay, all right. So let's look into the Bitcoin. So back in the time, I think you guys were probably thinking about this. So this is a very good question. Thank you very much for asking this. So what happens back in the time while we were watching the market, there was one incident on which the value of Bitcoin drove amazingly to around 56,000 level. 56,000 level was the level which has been reached by the Bitcoin in the recent days. So if you'll see, that was the very incident I told all my clients to buy on gold, because this was an excellent opportunity. So not only I, but a lot of my clients took a trade on that. So here, guys, 60,000 level, the very first level for USD would be 60,000 level, act as a very good level of support. And if it is failed to admire that, you can go ahead with like around 54 or 55,000 level for Bitcoin buying, and in excellent way with using 5 as a multiplier. So here is my trade which I have taken on Bitcoin. So $3,000 is what I have invested on Bitcoin, and amazingly within 2 to 3 days I was able to make like around $1,710. So it was an amazing trade that we have taken there. So embrace yourselves. Let me talk about the financial market first, and I'll get back to your comments once again. I'm sorry for keeping you wait, guys. So okay, so watch it very closely with the value of gold, guys. Recently the value of gold has been breaching amazingly to 2070 level, 2370 level. It tried to broke this level. Now since it is been very close to 4,000 level, 2,400 I'm talking about. If the price of gold is keep on pushing itself into 2,400 region or these specific regions, there is a very likelihood chances for gold to tumble down. It will be able to give you, in terms of scalping, it will be able to give you around 20 to 30% profit very easily. So if the value of gold comes very close to the level of 2400 or 2410, you can take a trade into the downward direction, or you can also set up the pending order. Just in case if you don't know, let me just show you how to select a pending order. So suppose I want to open up a downtrend, right? So let's just suppose 2407 is the level on which I want to open up a downtrend. I click on this timer option. This is the forex trade, guys. And here we will select, what was the value? It was 2407. 2407. And here we'll save it, and let me just increase the volume of around, how should I click, $400, and we'll open up a trade in downward direction. So you see a red line has been formed. So that means whenever the asset reaches this price level, a downtrend will be opening up, and here we could the trade will be executed automatically. So that is the thing about the gold, right? And the second important aspect which we can see is the value of Brent. Now guys, I want you to take a very closer look on this one as well. So the value of Brent went to around, there are two levels of support for Brent. If you're looking into the forex trading, take a very closer look on this. So the value of Brent came very close to $80 per barrel. Exactly, it went to $81 per barrel. As soon as it reached the specific levels, so if you zoom out, and you will actually, okay, so let me, because of the lower resolution, we cannot see the entire graph. So I'm switching it to a 1-day graph. Okay. Now see this specific level, the first one, and this is the second level. So the second level is around $80 per barrel, and the first level is around $81 per barrel. So considering this value, 81 could be acting as a very good level of support, and that is one of the reasons why the trend started following into the upward direction. Now I also took the trade on that. I took the plunge on this. I invested around $120, but because of my trailing stop, the trade got closed. But yeah, I was able to make a good amount of profit in it. Even the smaller profit, but yeah, I was into the profitable state for this one. Okay. Second, we talk about Brent. Let's talk about the third part. We talked about gold, we talked about Bitcoin. Third, we talked about Brent. In the next week, prepare yourself. In the next week, exactly on 14th and 15th, let me remind you about that. Two major economic news events which will be hampering the performance of USD exactly at 6. So on 14th of May, exactly at 6, there will be a candle formation. We call this data as producer price index. Okay. Now, if it is a producer price index, just give me a moment. So yeah, so the point I was mentioning in here, guys, producer price index data will be released exactly on 14th at 6 in whichever the direction the very first candle follows. So let's just suppose the data turns out to be green and it usually follows an upward direction trend. What happens? There is a good probability for producer price index to recover at least 33% of the candle. It happens every time. I was observing the data from last, I think, couple of years, and I found out in whichever direction. Let's just suppose the very first candle forms exactly at 6 on any USD pair, may it be Euro USD, GBP USD, or AUD. If the market started following upward trend, soon after some period of time, around 33% of the candle can be recovered. So there would be an opportunity to scalp at that moment. So that would be on 14th of May. On 15th of May, CPI data will be released. Unfortunately, I will be taking a trade live on that. I wanted to show you how to take trades on that. But to give you a glimpse about that, so let's just suppose if the value of USD, all the value of USD turns out to be red, so there will be a strong downtrend happening. So take a very closer look on the gold. Now, if the value of gold decreases dramatically again to the level of around 2300 or very close to 2320 level, we can open up an up trade on that. We'll see how the market reacts, because this value will be very important and this will also create the interest rate decisions for it. Some of you probably won't be understanding what I'm saying. So let me just switch to the live trading part, and then in the conversation we will be talking about a lot of factors moment. Let me just read your comment. It's been a while I haven't read your comment. Let me just go through it once, guys. Just a second. Okay, Anandji said hi. Hi, Anandji. Okay, which strategy do you use? It based on I love basically taking trades on FTT. I love Bollinger Bands. It's one time strategy which I used under the circumstances where nothing works. Bollinger Band works. How do you trade? I am new. Sir, if you are new, as I told you to all my clients, first you need to learn about the candlestick formation, and once you know about the candlestick formation, then we will basically switch to the price action. You can basically learn from the Investopedia. Go in there and search it there. You will see all the articles associated in there. Akshit ji, forex mein minimum time frame. Akshit ji, there is no time frame in forex, sir. In forex, you, as I told you, you start watching the candle for the higher time duration, then switch it to the lower one, and based on that, it would be your call for how much duration you want to hold the trade. If it is a bottomless trade, and if you're thinking about holding a trade for a longer duration, then in that situation, you can switch the multiplier value to a little lower one and then hold a position on that. Santosh ji said, please explain Bitcoin in forex. Sir, Bitcoin, there is a very good probability for Bitcoin to rise. 60,000 level act as a very good level of support. In fact, you guys, if you have seen recently the value of Bitcoin, it just touched 60,000 value and then started rising. So 60,000 value as of now considering as a very good level of support. Can you see this? 60,676 value is what it has breached, and then the market started rising for this. So yeah, 60,000 level is acting as a very good level of support. In the upcoming time, there is a good probability for Bitcoin to rise. Okay, Mr. Kamoji said, sir, what did you wish to know when you first started trading? I wish I could know how to manage money in the beginning. That's all. Your success basically depends upon how you manage your money. It's not in financial market, it's not the person who know everything about the financial market. It's about the person who knows how to manage his funds. That's all. Every trader you will see, they usually do that. Sir, please tell the strategy. Yes, sir, we will be taking some live trades. Kuldeep ji said, Kuldeep ji, it's nice to see you. It's been meeting you after a very long time. A very warm welcome to the session, Mr. Kuldeep. Kuldeep ji is one of my traders, and I'm welcome you, sir. Welcome. I got loss of around 1,30,000 today, Mr. Kuldeep ji. I'm very sorry to hear about that. What is happening with your trade, sir? What recently went wrong, and how did you were taking trade? Because I think in the last week we never had a conversation about that, so I need to check. Let's meet up in the personal session. We can discuss it in there. Naveenji said, doing good job, dude. Thank you very much, Naveenji. Finally, it's good to see you. Please, sir, crash STM 300. Okay, so let me give you a little idea about crash STM 300. Let's just suppose you selected the crash STM 300. Now, this asset has been very volatile. Now, you have, if you are willing to take a trade on this asset, be very careful while taking a trade. Let me just select around $10. Okay, now this asset is highly volatile. That means if you are willing to take a trade, there would be an easier way to make money would be scalping only. This in crash STM works on the scalping part, the most important part. And remember this, whenever you are taking trades on the crash STM, you zoom out and you watch the previous market movements. Now, if it is a continuous downward trend, do not take a trade on that. You want to make profit, yes, you can do that, but make sure that the trend is falling is in upward direction. And yeah, do not hold your position for longer duration for this asset, specifically in upward direction, because if it is an upward trend, then you will be more than happy. So what area should I not be taking trades on crash STM? So yeah, so one thing about crash STM, what you can do, you have to count by how many candles the market usually tumble downs, right? And it's an easy way. Let's average it out. If you count the candle, 3 candles, 2 candles, 3 candles, 3 candles, 5 candles, 5 candles. So majority of the time you will see market usually tumbles down within 1 to 5 candles. So your objective is do not take trade between those periods. So we are almost about to make 10% profit, and that's it. This is how you do scalping in crash STM. Take the trade, do not take the trade between 1 to 5 candles, because this is an exact occasion on which the market usually tumble down. You took the trade, you wait for a couple of candles, you make the profit and you leave the market rather than staying in the market. Okay, चलिए बहुत सारे comment आए हैं. Let me read your comments. I think I have given you an update about this, Mr. NS, about cash STM. Zubair Khan, sir, please crash STM trade. Sir, I recently have taken a trade and given you some information about the crash STM. Candlestick pattern is failed today. Yes, at times the market, if the market is volatile, you certainly cannot do anything about that, Mr. Kuldeep. You just have to wait for the market to settle down and then take the trade accordingly. Mr. Ismail said, Mr. Vicky ji said hi. Hello, Vicky ji. Mr. Mohammed ji said, Mr. Mohammed, hi. Please show trading status. Trading status, I don't know what you mean by trading status. Could you please elaborate your question? I'm very happy, first of all, for joining. You have joined this webinar. And there are a lot of things that I really wanted to talk to you about. But the questions are, I'm basically overwhelmed by your question. Thank you very much, guys. Please, sir, show trading status. I don't get your point, Mr. Darshan. What do you mean by trading status? Regarding what? Trading status, sir. I am always in profitable. You're trading profit. Okay, so I'm majority of the time, if you will see, I'm into the profitable front, sir. Made with fixed time trade or forex trading. I basically know how to recover my capital. I do a lot of works on the fundamental analysis to make my trades profitable. And there would be some occasions that I lose my money as well. But there is nothing to worry about, because I basically recover my trade in every front. Made be FTT on forex. Okay, so a lot of comments are there. Okay, let me just go through it once and then we'll switch to the live trading part, guys. Please show trading status. Darshan ji, I already showed you, sir. Thank you. Sir, मेरा deposit नहीं हो रहा है. Nadeem ji, you can, Naman ji, you can contact the support department. They will try to assist you on that. क्या इसमें trade करें अभी? It is up to you, sir, whether you want to take a trade or not. Mr. Zubair ji said, sir, thanks, brother. I listened crash STM. Thank you so much for explaining. You're welcome, sir. You're welcome. Means profit or loss. You have my trading status with you, sir. I just recently showed you my trading status. If you want to see more, here is my trading history. Okay. And if you'll see, not every single trade of mine would be profitable on every term. But I am managed to make a good amount of profit in the longer run. I hope you can see my trading status here, Mr. Darshan. Mr. Ismail said मेरा deposit कब होगा? Mr. Ismail, please let me know what sort of queries you are facing. Okay, so guys, if you are facing deposit and withdrawal claim, no, there do one thing. Type into the section your trader ID. Remember this, your trader ID. Do not do anything apart from that. Go ahead and search your trader ID. In the profile section, you will see your trader ID. Into the comment section, type your trader ID and write down it is regarding deposit or withdrawal. I'll make sure your concern reaches to our concerned department to help you out in much more better way. Okay, so let's do some live trading. All right, I hope I have read all your comments. Let's do some live trading. So guys, today's session, as you can know, it would be completely dedicated on a very simple trading strategy that we'll be trying out for today. It would be sliding on average. So what you can do is switch to fixed time trade mode. So this trading strategy is available to all the clients, irrespective of the status that you have. This trading strategy is available to all of you guys. Let me see, do we have a signal in here? I thought I seen some sort of signals in here. Just a second. No, no signal. All right. So as you can see, the name of the strategy is sliding on average. What you need to do, you have to click on this A, capital A symbol, click in here. Then go to strategy section. You will see the strategy section in here. And then you scroll it down and click on sliding on averages. Once you click on sliding on averages, press it on the enable option and there will be a small YouTube tutorial available in here just in case if you don't know how this strategy works. We have, our product team have basically created how this trading strategy works. You click on this enable option and everything will be applied automatically. So SMA 4 and SMA 60 is the combination that we'll be using for today to make our trade profitable. At the same time, if the strategy is not giving us the signal at all, we'll be using some sort of candlestick formation strategies or price action we'll be using for today as well. So how to make profit in this? So guys, hear me out. This trading strategy is amazing in its own term. In order to utilize it to the full potential, watch it very carefully. If you see, there are two SMAs. SMA 4 is the smallest SMA which has been indicated by yellow color, and SMA 60 by blue color. Now whenever the smaller SMA, that is SMA 4, crosses the bigger SMA which is the blue line, when the yellow line crosses the blue line from bottom to top, there is a probability that you can take a trade in upward direction. If the yellow line crosses blue line from bottom to top, in that position you can take the trade in upward direction. And if the yellow line crosses blue line from top to bottom, and if you will see there is a red candle formation, then you can take the trade in downward direction. These are the two ways that we can execute the trend. Now let's find a signal. First of all, we'll be switching to 1 minute duration. Okay, so see, there is no crossover happening right now and a lot of doji candles happening in here. We will not take a trade in this. We'll skip this. Let's check on to the gold. Guys, you see, this yellow line crossed the blue line, then there was a red candle formation. We could have taken a trade for around 3 minutes duration into the downward direction, but we have no signal. Now there are certain rules for using this trading strategy. Now what are these rules? If there is a consecutive green and red, okay, so it's an excellent downtrend happening. Okay, just give me a moment, guys. I wanted to understand what is happening right now. Okay, let's test this one out. I think it will start recovering soon. We could have given a minute duration for this, but let's wait what is happening, because it's very close to the support level and I'm sure that it will start recovering. But this is just the test trade that we have taken. Okay, probably a minute duration trade would have been better, but this is just the test trade. Let's watch it, because there is no crossover happening. I thought the candle was very steeply pushing itself into the downward direction. But the problem here in this situation is it is very close to the support level. That is one of the reasons that why we didn't switch to the higher amount while taking a trade on this. So let's wait for the trade to close. We will switch to another trade. Let's wait So there is no crossover happening right now. Very strange. Let's switch to Asia Composite Index. Do we have a crossover here? No crossover. I think, but we can here draw a trend line, and if the market starts recovering, no, we will take an up trade here. 1, 2, 3 points. No crossover. Okay, guys, let me show you first of all some live trades based on the strategy. If the strategy is not available, then we will use the technical analysis from our end. Okay, it's a nice trade. 1, 2, 3. Let me draw a trend line in here. Okay, let's just go with $10. I wanted to see whether there is a green candle formation happens or not, because since it has broken this level, I am very careful about this trade right now. I wanted to see how the market reacts on this. It's usually following a downtrend. And what is up with the last trade that we have taken? Yeah, it started recovering. Nice. It started recovering. Let's do an open and up trade. Okay, so guys, here is the last trade that we have taken on crypto composite index. Tends to be the positive, because you see right now, as I told you guys in the beginning, have you heard about what I said in the last session? In the beginning, that when the trend is usually a very strong trend, never take the trade against the trend. Here the trend was very strong into the downward direction, and that is one of the reason why we took the trade into the downward direction. We were not very sure, that is one of the reason why we took the trade with the smaller amount here. Okay, so we have some comments. Let me just read your comments once again. Mohammad Ismail, my trade profit, congratulations. मेरा deposit कब होगा? Mr. Ismail, as I told you already, you can reach out to the support department. They will try to help you out on that. Nothing to worry about, sir. All the funds that you have taking a trade in Olymp Trade are being completely safe, and Olymp Trade will take the full responsibility of it. Abhijit Rana, trading strategy. Trading strategy is the sliding on average strategy, sir. As of now, we are using sliding on average strategy, and we are trying to build our profitable on that front. The strategy is sliding on average. Now, why sliding on average? Here we basically use SMA4 and SMA60 combination. Now, if the SMA4 crosses this blue line from top to bottom, then there will be an option to open up a down trade. And if this yellow line crosses the blue line from bottom to top, and at the same time if we see a green candle formation, there we will take an upward trend. Okay, but as of now we are not seeing any signals, and that is one of the reason why I'm using this trading strategy. Will take a little time to find the signal, but you can always use it. Let's look at the last trade that we have taken, guys. We haven't checked it yet. And for Asia Astro Index, it is also profitable. Can you see this? Our analysis was amazing in it. So as I told you, we were trying to find out a pattern in here. And while watching it very closely, I found out this one entry followed by another one, and I draw another line. And here, I was actually waiting for this line to turn into green one. As soon as it turn into green one, I know for sure for a couple of minutes it will start following into upward direction. And that is what it exactly had did. So yeah, we made a profit on this one, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying today's webinar. If you are, please hit that like option, subscribe button, and let it spread it amongst to all the new traders who never know about anything about trading, and I will try to guide them to the best efficient possible way from my end. Okay, let's try to find more signals. Guys, can you see my screen? Our last trade was profitable. Let's just find some more signals. So SMA, the name of the strategy is sliding on average. If the 4 is crossing 60 from top to bottom, down trade. If it is crossing from bottom to top, then an up trade. Let's find more signals. So unless and until there is a signal, we won't take a trade. And that's amazing. See, we took the trade was profitable, then the market started pulling itself down. Okay, but we have nothing to worry about because we already closed the existing trade on that. So yeah. Okay, no crossover happened in between them, so we'll skip the trade on this. Let's take another one. Okay, we have a very close support level. As I told you, if there was a series of green candle happening, we should take a trade along the trend. But right now we are not very sure because there is a level of resistance is sitting very close to it. So that means trend can reverse anytime soon. So let's watch it. Then till the time let's watch some other signals as well. Okay, so bro, perfect time. Tell me trade time. Sir, I'm using 1 minute duration graph and 2 to 3 minutes duration expiration time. Best strategy according to you in forex, and you can use regular use. Sir Akshay ji, I would highly recommend you to switch to the Monday session, Monday webinar, which has been conducted by Mr. Thomas. Now he is excellent in forex, and he can teach you how to make profitable trades in forex because Mr. Thomas has like profitability of 600 to 700% profit on a single trade. I can give you some strategy, but today's session has been dedicated on the fixed time trading strategy, and that is one way I'm not able to teach you on that part. Akshiji, if you're looking for the specific sessions, you can look out or join the personal session with our analyst, and they can help you out on that. Namanji said, क्या कह रहे हैं नमन जी? नमन जी said best asset to trade. Sir, there is no specific asset for trading, no best asset for me. Whichever assets give me the signal, I'll take the trade on that. If it doesn't give me the signal at all, I won't take a trade on it. So this would have been excellent signal. See, SMA4 is crossing SM blue line from top to bottom. It could have an amazing upward direction trend. Let's look into the GBP USD. No signal in here. I think majority of the signals are already been expired, I think. No signal in here. Do we have signal on BMW? Basic dollar index has been completely decreasing because the value of gold has been increasing, and that is the Euro USD is also increasing. Mr. NS update said, why does mean risk-free trades? I don't understand. So risk-free trades are basically, there will be a shield symbol in here. Unfortunately, I just used all my risk-free trade. So there is always a shield option in here. Once you click on the shield option, let's just suppose $10, and then you take the trade, then in that situation, even the trade is negative, your amount will not be debited from your account. But whatever profit you made using the risk-free trade, it will be there. Now, in case you want to know about the risk-free trade, you can go to education section, and here you can type out risk-free trade. I think there is an article which I have read it in here back in the time. Yeah, here you will see a video demonstration available, risk-free trade, how the risk-free trade will works. Everything is written here, sir. Mr. Anime said, sir, please tell me the strategy again. I just joined. Please explain. Sir, the name of the strategy is sliding on average. You click on this A symbol, right, and go to the strategies option in the Olymp Trade section, and click on the sliding on average strategies. Click on in here, press on enable option, and the strategy will be applied automatically. Now, once it does, how you would be able to take a trade is what I have told you, is when the yellow line crosses the blue line from top to bottom, we'll take a trade into the downward direction. And if it is a yellow line crossing this blue line from top to bottom, then in that situation we will take an upward direction trade. The expiration time, if I'm watching the graph for a minute duration, it should be 2 to 3 minutes. If I'm watching the graph for 5 minutes duration, because 1 minute duration signals are quite different from another one. This one is about to cross, but I have to check where it is now. Has it crossed? It's about to cross. But now this candles, it is acting as a very tricky line. series of red candles and a green candle formation. That means price can be partially recovered. Do we have any support or resistance level close to this one? There will be a two trend line happening. This, let me just draw it. Just a second. Here, trend line. Okay. Can we draw it in here? Per 1, 2, minimum 3 points is what we needed to touch on this part. Okay, now although this line has crossed, but we have taken the trade against the trend, right? So there is something which I have seen on this. If series of red candles happens, you see there is a doji candle happens, which is a sign for the trend reversal, and then there is a green candle happening. Now one of the reason why I took the trade in upward direction is because of this fact only. Okay, so even though the signal is been formed, but do not follow the signal blindly unless and until it resonates with your level of understanding with the market. I hope guys you are liking today's webinar. Okay, Darshan ji said, but Olymp Trade में document required नहीं है even while opening account. Sir, the verification can be asked at any stage, but I would highly urge you to verify your account, because this is the only way to ensure that whatever deposit and withdrawals you are doing are been going into your trading account only, and this is for the safety of your account only as well, sir. Just for the sake of your account, the verification process is mandatory. Because let's just suppose if someone has an access, unfortunately your friend or something, so he can withdraw all the amount to his trading account. For the safety reason, the deposit that you make and even the withdrawal that you make in your trading account are been taken only on those accounts from which you have made the deposit. Okay, so yeah guys, that was the session from my end. It was lovely meeting you once again, and after I'm meeting you after a very long time, I'm very happy to see you once again. There are a lot of factors that I still need to have a word with you about. Thank you very much for joining today's webinar. I'll be seeing you into the next week, and some more trading opportunities lying ahead there. Thank you very much for joining, and I would love to see you into the next one. Thank you very much. I'll see you into the next session. Take care and have a great day ahead, guys. Good luck in trading.